There we go. Well. Good morning, everybody. Wake up, Web3. Just JC today. It's going to be a quick one. I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty tired. It's just, I woke up today and went back to bed. So I hope you're having a good Friday. Oops, I can't even type GM in the chat. There we go. Yeah, it's going to have to be a quick one. I have an appointment at 11. So we're going to knock this out. This is just going to be kind of a lackadaisical show today, just because there's not a whole lot going on. Yesterday we had the nice rant. That rant is still in effect because the Clarity Act is still a steaming pile of crap designed to protect the bank's monopoly on your money. But we'll get going, check out some bubbles, see what's happening in the on the coin market cap. But without further ado, let me get us into this so that we can get out of here and go on about our Friday. So here we go. Come over here, hit the button. Here's the bubbles. Little red, down anywhere from 4 to 5, 6% from yesterday. Still looking green on the weeklies, at least a little bit on most of them. You can see Monero's still up. Privacy tokens on the Bitcoin still up 4% on the week. XRP down 4% or 3.4% on the week. But let's take a look at the daily real quick, just see what happens as of yesterday. Let's come over here. Bitcoin hanging out in the 95 range after hitting. It actually went. Oh, sorry, it's on the wrong page. Let's say it went almost to 98 more than a day ago. So, not huge volume. It's just kind of meh. The stablecoin, or not the stablecoin, the Clarity Act stumbling just kind of put everything in hold again. And somebody asked on a question on yesterday's chat or yesterday's video in the comment section: is this bill tanking? Is that good or bad? And that's a good question. I think it's good that a garbage bill that was going to do nothing that we want it to do for the actual crypto space. I think it's good that that's not going to go into effect. Brian Armstrong said in his tweet, no bill is better than a bad bill. And with the bill being designed to basically maintain bank's monopoly on your money, it is good that it did not pass. That is a good thing. However, the fact bill and the fact that we don't have a Clarity Act bill that's going to pass means the markets do what they're doing right here. They go back into this limbo. I don't know. Got some movement on the hourly here. Looking a little green on the hourly. Arrows moving green. Dash is up the most out of all these. Not major moves. Everything here is less than 1%. ICP, still doing ICP things. If you caught ICP 3 or 4 days ago or last week when we were talking about it, you did great. FET, is over 1%, but hourly charts are for day traders. Daily charts are for swing traders. Weekly, monthly are for long-term people. All right, let me come back over here, close that out, and we'll go to the coin market cap. Refresh that. 3.22. As long as we're over 3, we dipped below 3 there for a while. Fear and greed smack dab in the middle again. This yesterday was, or 2 days ago, was edging into the overbought. So we're back into the middle. Still in Bitcoin season. Yeah, eventually we'll get out of this, but we're back to the stage. All right, so you can see here, we'll check out Bitcoin 95.2. Here's the daily chart. That's a weekly. Sorry, let me go up here and change that to a daily. We'll zoom in here. This is our nice move, closing above. We're still above 94. We're still above 94. So until did we test 94 on this candle yet? Let's see. Come over here. There we go. The low is 95. We haven't broken below 95 yet. This one here, the low was 95. This one we dropped down to 94.5, but came right back up. So we're still holding 94 as support. Now it's only 3 days. So if we can turn this weekly candle into support at 94, because the week won't close for a little bit. But if we can close a weekly candle above 94, because this weekly candle closed at 90. If we can close a weekly above 94, that's extra signs for yay, good. But I don't know. We'll see. I have been watching a lot of TA guys the last couple of days, just trying to keep finger on the pulse. We'll see. This daily candle, you can see how, let me zoom in here, how it's really, really, really thin. They got wicks both ways and a really thin body in the middle. Means we got to decide which way we're going. Don't know. Anything else moving great today? Oh, look, Tether's, oh yeah. Binance, XRP. It's just, you can see. ETH up 7% on the weekly, down 1% on the daily, up 5% on the weekly, down less than 1% on the daily. So it's just, we're going to be in here in the middle again, not knowing what we're doing. That's just what I think. I'm going to point this out first. U.S. inflation drops to 1.55%. Powell is trapped now. There's no room to cut rates without inflation risk. So I checked that first. This is the CPI. Okay, down to 1.55. Right? Good, right? Oh, look, we're still at a 95% chance of no rate cut on January the 28th. So today is January the 16th. 12 days from now, which will be a Wednesday. It's always a Wednesday. 2 Wednesdays from now, we're still showing a 95%. So the current rate is 350, 375, a 95% chance of staying there, even though those inflation numbers came out today at 155. But we did talk about it earlier this week. The PPI came up just slightly higher than projected. So given the history of Jerome Powell and how he likes to do things, any excuse to not lower rates means he won't lower rates. But we'll see. I said it yesterday. I'll say it again today. If they came out of nowhere and did decide on a rate cut, I would expect to see that make a pretty significant move on the markets, including the crypto markets, because it's not expected. The markets price in what they expect. So if it was not expected, then I could see that having a massive effect. But I don't know. This guy's still clowning all of us. This is all I did today. I just gave it a quick look around to see from Weimar X DeFi Weimar. The Fed's going to inject another $55 billion over the next 3 weeks, starting on Tuesday. Like, this is money printing. This is capital, or not capital, but quantitative easing, or whatever they're calling it now. But basically, they're just throwing more money into the economy. They're printing dollars and passing them out like candy. So when that happens, here's the source, in case you were wondering. 120, 8.3 billion. 122, 6.9 billion. 8.3 billion. Like, this is the money that they are pumping into the market. You can see what they're doing. They're purchasing T-bills. Okay. So, I mean, this guy's bringing the information and bringing his sources. Probably worth a follow. So, yeah. Money printer go burr. What I don't understand is, Why are they money printer go burring and not lowering the rates? Any ideas? This is from Crypto RS again, talking about yesterday. This is a better explanation. So Paul Barron, another. Let me move this like this. J.P. Morgan's earnings call yesterday. This is just so you can understand what they're talking about. The core issue for stablecoin yield isn't competition. It's about how the banks make their money. They hold your money in deposit and they give you a pittance of a return. And they charge, here it is, they charge 5-6% interest to loan your money out to businesses. They give you less than 1% of interest. So 6.6, if a consumer can move their money from a bank account that pays 0.1%, not 1%, 0.1%, that's 0.001, 0.1% to a digital dollar paying 4%, guys, that's a 400% increase on what you make on your money. Why would they want you to make money on your money when they can make money on your money? It ruins their entire system. So, of course, the richest banks in the world are going to pay the little plebes that work in Congress and make the laws to pass laws that benefit them. So, yeah. U.S. Treasury and banking groups estimate that widespread adoption could drain up to $6.6 trillion from the traditional banking system. All right, so let's do some quick math here. Let me break out my computer. That your teacher said you're never going to have in your pocket. You got to do it by hand. 6,600. That's thousands, millions, billions, trillions times 0.05. That's still, let's see, we take out 2 zeros and that makes it 100. That makes it tens of billions. And times 5 is, so yeah, $300 billion in profits for the bank on 6.6 trillion. They're charging 5%. So 5% times 6 trillion is 300. Let me think about that because I'm having to guess. It's E to 10 to the 11th. So take away 2 zeros. That makes it tens, right? And then you do, yeah. So $300 billion. $300 billion in profit. That's what they make. If they loan out 6 trillion at 5%, they make $300 billion. And they pay out 0.1%. So instead of 300 billion, they subtract. So we take 2 more zeros out. So that's 1 zero from 300. So that's 3 billion. So they make $297 billion. Gee. So if you loan your money out via stablecoin and earn 4%, the person taking out the loan, they're not paying any higher fees. They're just not paying the bank those fees. Why do you think the banks are? It ruins their entire model by which they make money. Like, yeah. Yeah. It's not about you. It's about them keeping your money. All right. We ranted enough about that yesterday. I'm going to rant. Morning, Mr. Gray. It's going to be a quick one today, so glad you're joining us. Um, just this is just me hitting some highlights before we call it a day. Interactive Brokers plans to roll out Ripple and PayPal stablecoins next week. So more positive news for Ripple and PayPal. Yeah. RLUSD, blah 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 blah. Stablecoins just went mainstream. Yep. I'm still. We'll see if RLUSD and Ripple actually, RLUSD benefits Ripple. I'm not sure how it benefits XRP. This is Lofty. This is his still. We've talked about this a lot. January consolidation. February is a Bitcoin rally. They think the market all-time high for Bitcoin. He's projecting 230. Then April becomes a bull trap. This is his prediction here. So we keep an eye on these. Sorry, let me change this so you can see that. We keep an eye on these just because it's a point of reference, and I always like to see. So he says we're here, we're consolidating. February is the good run. March we get the peak, and then everything else is down there. I was taught a long time ago that your goal as an investor is not to try and time here. It's just to try and take your profits somewhere in this range. You want to get out if you're taking profits and not holding long term. If you're trying to take profits and reinvest, your goal is to get out in this part of the cycle. Just get out here and get back in sometime in here, right? So we'll see if this plays out. He's calling for the bear market to start really June and the bottom to be July, August. We'll see. I think it's a possibility, but yeah. All in crypto. Yeah. K-shaped economies is something I'm learning more about. It's just all that means is if you think about this, think about a graph of assets and their value, and the K-shaped thing is like some assets go up while other assets go down. So let's go like this. So it makes like that part of a K, right? Some assets go up, some assets go down. Which, okay. Like some assets fail, some assets don't. Okay, yeah, that's kind of how all of history works. This was doing this to me the other day. What's going on with? Can't get the homepage. I don't know. Let me go over here to. Is this my? No. Well, Oxnumber. Let's see what Oxnumber has for us today. Yep. All right. I guess you guys saw Verizon went down yesterday, so it looks like Twitter's going down today. Alrighty. Well, I guess that's going to be it for today. Just to avoid me going on another rant. So I'm going to go not do crypto today and work on my flying license and hang out with the kiddos. Should be fun. I'll check in on the prices every now and then. Let's see if anything's moved in the last 10 minutes. I did take profits on something in my little Coinbase trading portfolio, looking for a dip here. Bitcoin's down a little bit, still above 95, but 95,104, 95,100. It looks like we do have a wick in the last hour that dipped down to 94.8. So yeah, Mr. Gray, have a weekend. Have a weekend. You're going to have a weekend whether you want to or not. Have a great weekend. We'll see you guys in the Discord. We've been having a lot of fun in there the last few days. Guys, that's all I got. Chompy chomp.